All right, today we're going to be talking about LGBTQ rights and how important they are. This is a sensitive topic, of course, as always, and I will say that it's very overlooked in today's society. I feel that way is because I'm a part of the LGBTQ plus community myself. I identify as a lesbian, so I date girls, so to speak. I know a lot of people aren't raised on it. I know a lot of people don't have beliefs in it. It's against the Bible. There's multiple things that people don't like about it. However, it's definitely something that needs to be talked about. So I have had myself problems throughout my entire life with being a lesbian. My family didn't accept it. They had no recollection as to why I was that way, which, I mean, is besides the point. Dealing with the constant belittling, bashing, not being able to be myself, wear what I want, or, hold hands with a girl because it's frowned upon in today's society. And even still, like today, just like it was when I was younger, people still aren't as accepting of it, even though it's so common now. It's almost every other child is either bisexual or gay or pansexual, whatever they identify as. And for my mom had a hard time accepting it. She thought that she raised me wrong. She thought that, what did she do wrong and stuff like that. But that's not the case at all. You're born this way. I was born in the early 90s, 92 to be exact. So it was definitely something that was very unheard of back then. I first came out to my mom when I was 11 years old. Growing up, I realized that our rights are given to us and then they're constantly taken. Our rights are given to us and basically told that we can't have something, and then they give it to us and then they take it away. Meaning that, like, for instance, for a long time, gay marriage was not legal in all states. People were having to go to New York. People were having to go to Canada. People were having to go to California before it was legal in all the states. Once it became legal, everyone wanted to get married that should have been allowed to get married before because they didn't have the means to go to the other states. And one of those things that also stands out to me is, unfortunately, because heterosexual couples have way more rights, we do feel secluded because if we choose to love who we love, we should be able to be as equal as straight couples or any other, what everybody else identifies as. And according to this article that I found, it says that the younger youth generations are going to start being taught about it in school. I personally agree with this only because I feel like it is something that needs to be taught, because kids are not told at home that they can be who they are, they can love who they want, and basically be who they want in life. And that's important because I was never allowed that, and it took me a long time to realize that it's okay to be who you are. Something else that I will say is, people do brainwash their children into thinking sometimes that it's not okay to be who you are. I was one of those. My grandparents didn't agree with it. It's one of those things that I personally feel attacked on, I guess you could say, because it hits to my heart. Because if I have children, I'm not going to raise them to be gay. I'm not going to raise them to be, against anything. They love who they love. That's how I feel. You love who you love, and it doesn't matter race, gender, whatever it may be. And at the end of this, I feel like if the LGBTQ plus community had more rights given to them and kept, there would not be many riots. There would not be many protests as there is now, because essentially we wouldn't have to be fighting for what is ours in today's society. And more or less, we deserve the same human compassion as everybody else. We don't deserve to be treated differently, because at the end of the day, love wins. Regardless of what it is, love is all that is wins, because you have to remind yourself that everyone is worthy of that. And that is all for today. Thank you so much for listening.